Welcome to Casio's Video Talking Owner's Manual for the Casio Personal Cash Register models PCR-308, PCR-408, and CE-2300. We'll guide you through the most important programming and operation procedures. If desired, you can do the steps with us, or pause this program to complete one at a time. Keep your printed manual handy, because we'll refer to it for special information. Unpack the register and all the accessories you see, including the backup batteries. Store the packing materials with the original box. Carefully remove all the packaging tape you see on the register. Locate and remove the 2 sets of keys taped to the top of the register. One is engraved with the letters OP, which means operator. The other is engraved with OW, which stands for owner. Insert the OW key into the key slot on top of the register. This lets you turn the register onto different positions called modes. These keys are not used for locking or unlocking the heavy steel cash drawer. Let's do a quick visual overview. This is where the receipts will come out. The PCR-408 and the CE-2300 have a receipt on-off switch used for the printing of receipts. Be sure it is in the on position so we can also see the results of our programming activities. We'll soon remove the printer cover to show you how to load the paper rolls for receipts and keeping journals. This is the keyboard, which is divided into 4 groups of keys. They are arranged for ease in operation, but may be in slightly different locations depending upon the model you chose. However, they are also color-coded to help you find them quickly when learning how to operate your register. We'll refer to these colors throughout this program. The keys are labeled with their common functions, but they are also pressed in a certain order when programming your cash register. These are the white numeric keys, which are like a calculator. You use these to do some programming, and of course, to type in the prices of items. The row of gray numbers beside the numeric keys are called department keys. The outer sections of keys have a variety of functions and are color-coded to help you find them quickly, as you'll soon see. There are 2 displays, one for the customer and one for you. Your display will provide you with both programming and daily operational information. The printed manual contains diagrams that will let you quickly see what steps are taken to program various functions. If you understand how to read the diagrams, you'll be able to make changes to your programming quickly. Locate the function you wish to program or change in your printed manual. The diagram shows the key mode position and the order of keys you press to get into the program, make the changes, and get out of the program. A loop lets you enter the program and change all related keys before leaving the program. A little practice and you'll find changes easy to make. Pull gently up, just from behind the left back of the register, and remove the printer cover. Remove any other tape you see, or the cardboard that protects the printer. Remove it carefully. On the left side of the compartment, slide the cover up off the battery compartment. On the CE-2300, this is laying flat in the back area. Place 3 AA batteries in it, pointing as the diagrams indicate. These will protect the information stored in your register should there be a power failure or you disconnect it from an outlet. Replace the battery compartment cover. A special Casio feature is a low battery indicator, which appears when the batteries have died. Your memory of programmed information is safe as long as the register remains plugged into an outlet. Change the batteries and your information will be again protected. Plug the register into an outlet. Insert and rotate the owner key into the register mode position. If you accidentally press some keys or hear the error tone, press the C clear key. It is in the left button group and it is red. You should never operate the register without paper loaded, so let's load the paper roll. We'll start with the PCR-308 and 408. If this is your model, continue from this point. If you have the CE-2300, fast forward until you see that model number on the screen and release the fast forward button on your VCR. Loading the paper roll for the PCR-308 and PCR-408. Your register can use 2-ply or 1-ply rolls. The 1-ply can be used for giving a receipt or to keep a journal, the 2-ply for both. Cut off the leading end of the paper so it is even. Place the roll into the space behind the printer and feed it up from the bottom. There are 2 spindles, one which flexes to allow you to support the paper roll. Place it so the paper comes up from the bottom of the roll. If you're using 1-ply, guide its end between the metal inlet and press and hold the dark gray feed key in the left group of buttons until it feeds through about 8 to 10 inches. If you're using 2-ply, before you feed it through, separate the 2 sheets of paper and pass the outer sheet under the separator and the inner sheet over it. Join them again and feed them into the metal inlet. Press and hold the feed key. On the take-up reel for the 308, you remove the flat side plate of the spindle like this and insert the leading edge of the inner sheet into the spindle, winding it to take up the extra. On the 408, just insert the leading edge into the spindle and wind it to take up the extra. Replace the side plate in the 308 version only, and place the spindle into the supports with the double side to the right and replace the printer cover. Of course, if you're using 1-ply and are intending to keep a journal only, you use the take-up reel for the single-ply paper in the same manner. Fast forward this program until you see Cash Drawer on the screen and then release the fast forward button of your VCR. Loading the paper roll for the CE-2300. The CE-2300 uses 2 paper rolls. One is in the left for giving receipts. One is in the right for its journal. First, the receipt roll. Cut off the leading end of the paper so it's even. Place the roll into the lower space behind the printer and feed it up from the bottom. Place it so the paper comes up from the bottom of the roll. Guide its end over the back roller and insert the end into the printer inlet. Press and hold the dark gray key labeled Receipt Feed until it feeds about 8 to 10 inches. Place a second paper roll into the right space. Bring it over the black roller and into the printer inlet on the right. Press and hold the gray key labeled Journal Receipt until it feeds through about 8 to 10 inches. Insert the leading edge of the inner sheet into the take-up spindle, winding it to take up the extra. Place the spindle into its supports, so the smaller sprocket wheel rests on the drive wheel as you see here. Replace the cover so the receipt paper comes up and through the cover, so it can be torn off easily. The cash drawer. Let's look at the cash drawer now. Press the gray key in the left button group with the letters NS for no sale. It has a pound or number sign in the same key. The drawer will open. If you get the error tone, press the red clear button and the blue cash amount tendered button. The drawer will now open. Attached to one of those bill clips is a second set of keys that will allow you to lock the heavy steel cash drawer. It lets you unlock it as well, but you must open it by using the no sale key or the blue cash amount tendered key at the end of the transaction. Close the drawer and put the keys in a safe place. Leave it unlocked. Let's set the time and date. Turn the owner key into the X mode. Press the subtotal key. You will see the letter P in the beginning of your programming activities in the display. Using the numeric keys, type the year 92, the number of the month 01 through 12, such as 03 for March, and the date such as 09 for the 9th. If you make a mistake, press C and start the date over. Press the dark gray Date Time key in the left button group. Now press the red clear button. Tax programming. First, find your state in the tax table section of your printed manual. Turn your key to the Z mode. Press the dark gray subtotal key in the right button group. Enter numeric key number 1. Press the dark gray no sale key in the left button group, followed by the numbers at the top of your table for your state. Press the no sale key again. The next number, the no sale key, and all numbers down the column, each one followed by the no sale key. When finished, press the no sale key a second time to end the program. If you type a wrong number before you press the no sale key, press clear and type in the right one. If you make a mistake followed by the no sale key, you will have to start the tax programming over again. In some locations, 2 different tax values may be required. This may account for a difference in tax on hard goods and another for services, for example. Or it may accommodate separate government and local taxes. The same procedures are used to set tax table number 2, but using numeric key number 2 after entering the program with subtotal. Here's how you program discount values for sales and other promotions. Turn the mode key to the X position. Press subtotal. Type in your percentage, let's say 10%, which will be 1000. Press the green percentage key in the left button group and subtotal, and you are ready to use your percentage key. Let's do a transaction with the percentage key now. Turn the key to the register mode. Type $5 for these socks. Press department key number 1. Now press the percentage key, and you'll see the percentage amount shown in the display. Press the subtotal key. Press cash amount tendered, and the transaction will be complete with the percentage off applied. Department key programming. Your Casio cash register allows you to separate categories of products into departments such as clothes, food and beverages, electronic, or whatever. We can program these department keys to group these products and assign them to be taxed or not. Turn the key to the Z position, press subtotal. Press 4 for a maximum of 4-digit pricing. This means the most a single item will be able to cost will be $99.99. This keeps an operator from accidentally charging higher prices. Press 2 for tax table 2. Press department number 1. To program department 2 for non-taxable food department, press 5 for a 5-digit limit. Press 0 for non-taxable. Press department key number 2. Let's program department number 3 for something you sell often, like a newspaper. For a single item sale, press 0 for no limit. Press 1 for single item department. Press department key number 3. Press subtotal to end. Each department key can be programmed with a unit price for items you sell often. Turn the key to the X position. Press subtotal. Type in $1. Press department key number 1. Type $2. Press department key number 2. Let's type the newspaper price of $1.25. Press department number 3. Press subtotal to end programming. Let's ring up a single item sale. Turn the key to the register position. Press department key number 3. The transaction is complete. Now close the drawer. Let's assume the customer wants 3 of these. Press the numeric key number 3. Press the X times key. Now press the department key number 3. The transaction is finalized. Note, if you ring another department key first, followed by the single item sale department, the drawer will not open because it is not a single item sale anymore. Use the cash amount tendered to finalize the transaction. Now close the drawer. PLU programming. Within each department, there may be many items. For example, you may sell socks, shirts, and shorts in the clothing department, number 1. The yellow PLU key in the left button group, or price lookup, lets you link items to a specific department. It can also be programmed with the price of that item. You can have hundreds of items and their prices at the stroke of a key. PLU programming also lets you print out reports that will help you keep track of the number of specific items you sold, so you can plan your inventory purchases more accurately. You can track items not selling well and those you need to order right away. Let's take socks. With the key in the X position, press subtotal. Press number 1. Press the yellow PLU key. Type in your price. Press cash amount tendered. You can continue to press another item number, the price, and cash amount tendered until you have programmed as many as 100 items and their prices in the PCR-308 and 200 in each of the PCR-408 and CE-2300. When finished, press subtotal. Casio has provided you with an insert that will allow you to list the items you have assigned to each department key and the items you have assigned to each PLU. If the first 10 PLU items were from the clothing department, you would want to assign them to that department automatically. That way you would not only be able to obtain an itemized report of the items sold, but you would also be able to see the total sales of all items in that department. To link the PLU item with a specific department, turn the key to the Z position. Press subtotal. Press number 1. Press the PLU key. Press the numeric number 1 button, which represents department number 1. It will be taxable, so press number 2, which assigns it to the tax table number 1. Press cash amount tendered. You can continue to choose each PLU number, assign it to a department key, and program its tax status as found in your printed manual under Price Lookup Information. Press subtotal when finished. Repeat this procedure with different PLUs and departments. For example, placing shorts in PLU 2 and shirts in PLU 3, and so forth. Write each one down on the insert provided, but before you do, copy it for every 100 PLU locations you wish to list. You can group any number of PLUs, each representing an item in a particular category, to its appropriate department. You can have many differently priced clothing items, for example, each under its own price lookup number and linked to one department. The benefits of programming your cash register this way include an accurate monitoring of inventory sold by item group and department. You're now ready to use your Casio cash register. General operation. To ring up a sale, turn the key to the register position. Type in $1.59. Pretend it's the wrong price. Now press the clear key and it will go away. Now you can type in $1.69. Press a light gray department key 1 to 8. The item is now assigned to that department number, which could represent groupings of related items. Type in $3.20 and another department key. But this is an item the customer doesn't want. Simply press the red key labeled Error Correct and the item will be deducted. Now press Subtotal, which you will see in the display. Type in the amount of money given to you by the customer, say $20, and press Cash Amount Tendered. The correct change will be displayed. The drawer has opened. You can give a receipt, which has all the details of the transaction. Now close the drawer. If someone is to pay by check, after you've rung up a few items, depress Subtotal and the blue check key for check in the right button group instead of cash amount tendered. The drawer will open and the transaction will be finalized. Close the drawer again. Charge sales require that you separate the merchandise total from the tax total and write that information on the charge slip. Here's how. Type $50, followed by the department key number 1. Press the merchandise subtotal, or MDST, a dark gray key in the right button group. This lets you get a subtotal for the merchandise not including the tax. Write that amount on the charge slip. Press subtotal, and the difference between what you wrote in and what you now see will be the tax amount you can fill out on that charge slip line. Now press the blue CH key in the right button group for charge instead of cash amount tendered. The drawer will open, and the transaction will be finalized. Now close the drawer. If someone gives you money on account, type the amount, say $20, to press the blue RC key for received on account in the right button group, and the transaction is complete. Close the drawer. Suppose you have lemons on sale, 5 for $1.29. The customer wants only 3. Well, Casio has provided you with an outstanding feature to make it easy. The gray X key on the PCR-408 and CE-2300 is also labeled 4. It also can be thought of as at the price of. Type 3. Press the gray times key, meaning at the price of. Press 5. Press the times key to mean for the amount of. Type $1.29. Press Department 2 or no tax. The reduced price is in the display. Press Cash Amount Tendered to finalize the sale. To process a refund, press the red RF refund key in the left group of keys. Type in the amount, say $1.39. Press Department key number 1. Press Cash Amount Tendered to see the refund amount. There are many other ways to program your Casio cash register, which you can obtain for your business needs from your printed manual. When finished, you can obtain a readout of all your programming information for future reference. This is found in the Report section of your printed manual. Reports. You can print out many kinds of reports from your cash register. We'd like to show you how to generate a general control report. Turn the key to the Z mode. Press Cash Amount Tendered, and your report will print. If you wish to type in the change amount you started the day with in the cash drawer and wish that amount included in the report information each day before your general control read reset report, as you should before the next day's transactions, just consult your printed manual in the section called Programming Tax Printing and Other Features. Let's learn how to read the General Control Report. You can find out what each number printed on your report means by referring to the General Control Read Reset Report in the Report section of your printed manual. You'll see department numbers with their totals, gross sales, taxable amounts, amounts received by checks, monies paid out, and the amount of money that should be in the cash drawer. There is a lot of other information there for your reference as well. To learn more about reading your reports, turn to the Report section of your printed manual. There are many other reports your cash register can provide, including your programming information, sales per hour, and more. Look at the Report section of your printed manual. Find the type of report you wish to have, and follow the diagrams for that procedure. You can generate reports and keep totals ongoing, or have them reset and start a new day's sales activities. Should you need assistance in programming, you may call toll-free 800-638-9228, and you'll be guided through the steps for which you need help. That's 800-638-9228. Casio wants you to be successful in business and has provided you with the important phone number to be sure that you get the most from your cash register. And if you wish, you may order additional videos or audio cassette versions of this program for hands-on learning. You can also review the information in your car or in the work environment. Information is found on your PLU and department insert. Thanks for watching and listening and owning your Casio cash register.